Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel, and there's been a massive amount of XRP moving all over the crypto sphere, as XRP over the last 24 hours in particular has been going bonkers in terms of price. But a good kind of bonkers. Here's the headline from crypto media outlet U Today. 112,500,000. 112, yeah, I said that right. I don't know why I thought I messed that up. 112,500,000 XRP shifted by major exchanges. Jed McCaleb dumps 12.6 million XRP. So indeed, Jed is back to selling XRP. So man's on a mission. And it is fascinating that he paused for a while. I'll talk about it in the video, but he seems to not have legal concerns about continuing to sell despite Ripple. Because mind you, Jed McCaleb is one of the founders of Ripple. And then you got Chris Larson, who has also sold XRP. And SEC's going after him, but not Jed McCaleb, at least to this point, which is interesting. And also, by the way, did you know that over the last 24 hours, as we've seen this wacky price action, before XRP started taking off, it actually slipped in its market cap position, and Polkadot overtook it? I just found that fascinating. Lots to talk about. And then there's this piece, too, because, look, to me, I don't know how you guys feel about this. Like, I'm most excited about XRP. That's why this is an XRP-centric YouTube channel. But I'm thrilled about just the fact that we're in alt season right now, arguably, is incredibly thrilling to me. And, you know, seeing where many people that have been in the world of crypto think Bitcoin's going to go in terms of price action this market cycle it's kind of astonishing. And if they're right, and we see these numbers that just seemed impossible even just like a year ago, I can only imagine what that's going to mean for the altcoin market, because Bitcoin leads and XRP and every other altcoin follows, and that's, whether you like it or not, that is just how it is. And I frankly don't care. I don't care if Bitcoin's always number one in terms of market cap. As long as there's a bigger pie, that's what I'm interested in, because that will still be very good for XRP. And so there's this headline from the Daily Hodl. Bitcoin price could soar above $600,000, says Guggenheim Partners Global Chief Investment Officer. Now, I want to be clear that I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast, that's it, and I enjoy making YouTube videos purely as a hobby. All right, so into this first piece now. According to data from Whale Alert, an astounding 112,500,000 XRP has been transacted by top-tier crypto exchanges over the past 10 hours. This is equal to, I'll just round it, $43.8 million in fiat. Whale Alert has posted a series of tweets to show that over the past 10 hours, around a dozen transactions carrying from 13 million to 27 million XRP were conducted on the XRP ledger. The participants in those transfers were digital exchanges. So you got Bitstamp, which is Ripple's on-demand liquidity corridor on Europe, Binance, Huobi, and Kraken. And also, so as far as Bitstamp, they also are in the United States, and so they've been the corridor flowing into Mexico. I mean, Bittrex does too. That's another Ripple on-demand liquidity partner, but my understanding is that the vast majority of flows were from Bitstamp. And I still have not seen any news on the functionality of XRP, given that Bitstamp has halted trading of XRP. I don't know what that looks like. I haven't seen any information, but interestingly, at least last I checked, the volume didn't seem to have taken a hit. So I don't know if it's still functionally flowing, even without customers being able to trade it. I cannot find information on that. So if any of you know anything, please let me know, and I'll be happy to share it on the channel and give you credit. But I haven't seen Ripple talk about it. I haven't seen it anywhere. Now, Jed McCaleb's taco stand sends away 12.6 million XRP. And if you've never heard me talk about this before, you're like, why did Moon Lambeau say taco stand? Well, as it turns out, Jed McCaleb, apparently has a sense of humor, and he named this account Taco Stand. where he's, I don't know, maybe am I just a child? Yeah, I'm kind of just a child, but I think it's funny. Is it just me? Anyway, an analytics website that deals with XRP data, BitHump, has posted data on recent transactions conducted on the Taco Stand address. That's the XRP wallet of Jed McCaleb, a Ripple co-founder, and its first chief technology officer. And so it was interesting because as the SEC went after Ripple on December 22nd, when the official filing went through, You did see Jed McCaleb actually the day after he made a transaction selling XRP, but after that he stopped for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then so he started thinking, okay, does he think that he's in legal trouble? And people were, me included, were kind of pondering, does he? Because again, he's a co-founder of Ripple. And if they're going after Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson with these claims, why not Jed McCaleb? And I don't know if it's just an instance where it's like, SEC only has so many resources, and that they just didn't think that it would really be beneficial to the case, so they just kind of left him alone. But suffice it to say, ultimately, weeks later, he did resume selling XRP. And so he must have gotten the all clear, at least from his lawyers, that he's probably in good shape here, because they haven't made a claim against him to this point. So there you go. You can only speculate. But and then other than that, so XRP, it was is actually briefly at number 3 in terms of market cap. And then here, I'll just pull it up. You can see the price as I record this. XRP is at 44.2 cents. And it actually was above Tether, which is nice. We hadn't seen XRP above Tether in some time. Tether with a market cap now of $27 billion, and it's always worth $1. So it's for those of you that may be unaware, Tether's market cap in March of last year was $4 billion. Think about that. $4 billion. It's now at $27 billion. It's always worth the same price, and that's just purely because more Tether was created out of thin air. So there we are. But even so, with the recent price action, XRP is above USDT. That's Tether, got knocked back down a peg. And I didn't even see this. I didn't know it until this article, but XRP was briefly below Polkadot. Although, as we all know, over the last 24 hours in particular, XRP has had a bit of firework action going on, and it did reclaim the number 4 spot. So how about that? I'll tell you what, I know what I hate, and I don't hate that. It does not grind my gears. All right, into this piece now. Bitcoin price could soar above $600,000, says Guggenheim Partners Global Chief Investment Officer. Guggenheim Partners Global Chief Investment Officer Scott Minard is turning in a massive Bitcoin price prediction, estimating that the flagship cryptocurrency could appreciate by nearly 20 times its current price. In a CNN interview, Minard argues that the flagship crypto asset could reach up to $600,000 if Bitcoin's market cap can match that of gold's. And here's a quote. And if you consider the supply of Bitcoin relative, let's say, to the supply of gold in the world and what the total value of gold is, if Bitcoin were to go to those kinds of numbers, you would be talking about $400,000 to $600,000 per Bitcoin. Now, that doesn't, maybe it sounds wacky to some people, but it doesn't sound insane to me. If Bitcoin's indeed going to have long-term viability, and it does look like the market has chosen that's the case. It used to sound wacky, just the idea of Bitcoin being over 40,000, and it smashed through that, at least for a while. And I think it'll continue the uptrend ultimately. But it doesn't sound weird to me. And if we could see that sooner than later, that would be absolutely fantastic. Now, Guggenheim's global CIO says that figure is not a prediction, but is a possible indication of where the top crypto assets' fair value may be. He says Bitcoin's recent rally that took the asset above the $40,000 level is likely in part due to short-term speculation. Yeah, you know what I'd say it's due to? Firms like this jumping in and purchasing Bitcoin on a crazy scale. Institutional investors, publicly traded companies. And it's just Bitcoin, it's going to be in what many have labeled a supply crisis. And so there's just not enough Bitcoin for everybody. Like they're really not at these prices, certainly not. There's, only a couple million or so Bitcoin are liquid today. The rest is either lost forever, not mined, or it's in deep cold storage with people that are not ever going to sell it, or at least not any damn time soon. And so, everybody else is fighting for the scraps here. And so that's why I keep saying, even at this early stage of adoption for the cryptocurrency asset class, to see Bitcoin at these price levels with not that many institutions in the scheme of things having purchased yet, and same for publicly traded companies, if it's going to be treated like this by humans in perpetuity, then these price levels are going to come to pass at some point. That's what I think. And look, it's not financial advice, but I suspect that will be the case. And again, Bitcoin leads the market. XRP is going to follow. And the market's going to figure all this stuff out. Eventually, it's not going to be the case that every single cryptocurrency that exists just goes up with the market during every single cycle. Eventually, it'll become clear which cryptos are solving real world problems, and I believe that's where the money's going to flow. And the other, the liquidity for the rest of the cryptos is just going to dry up, and then they'll get delisted and from exchanges, and that's the way that they'll go away. But we'll see. Anyway, the Guggenheim global CIO, blah, 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 talking with mouth words hard for Moon Lambo, adds that institutional investors might not be showing up enough to save the day. And here's a quote. And as I indicated recently, I don't really see the institutional support today, which is just coming online from the likes of people like BlackRock and Guggenheim and other large institutional investors being big enough to support the valuation at its current levels. And so that's a fair enough point, but even though that's true, I will still say this rally, I think provably so, has been led by institutional purchases. That's why you've seen Bitcoin go where it is. And so it's true that not enough institutions have come in, but they've still had quite an impact. And that's why I keep saying, just wait until the biggest of the big money comes in. Because like BlackRock, I think the number that they, like the assets under management they have, I am pulling from memory, I'm pretty sure I'm correct, so you'd have to fact check me. I think it's $7.8 trillion with a T. I'm pretty sure. And I think it represents 8% of all wealth on the planet. And they're coming into Bitcoin. So just, you guys see the writings on the wall here, right? Like this is where the money is flowing. And so it's going to be worth substantially more. And what's neat about that to me, well, there's a lot of things that are neat about it, but we're here first. We are here before the massive money comes in. So even if Bitcoin seems too pricey today, it's going to look really cheap at these levels in the future. Somebody might be watching this video many, many years in the future, and here I am right now. As I'm speaking, Bitcoin's only $37,209, and there are going to be people that find out about Bitcoin a decade from now, and they'll just be like, oh man, I would kill for that price. And same for XRP. As long as it's going to have long-term viability, XRP at 44.4 cents right now. So it'll be interesting. I remember when I jumped in the world of crypto in November 2017, and I was watching videos like other YouTubers, videos, some of them are like a year, 2, 3 old, whatever. I was just really digging back. And there were people talking about crypto, and they had like CoinMarketCap pulled up, which is equivalent to Live Coin Watch in terms of what it's functionally doing. And I was just looking at the prices, and I was just like, holy hell, you're looking at XRP at like, a couple tenths of a penny. And I was just like, oh my God, I want to be in your position right now, and then travel back to the future. Right? That's what I would like to do. Oh man, interesting stuff here. But I will go ahead and wrap up there. Thank you very much for stopping by, my friends. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.